The forgotten doll attic smelled of dust and time. Aisha had never been up there before, but when her mother asked her to help clean it, she hesitated only for a moment before climbing the rickety ladder. The dim light flickered as she stepped onto the wooden floor, her footsteps kicking up small clouds of dust. Boxes, old furniture, and forgotten memories filled the space. As she rummaged through a pile of old clothes, something caught her eye, a small porcelain doll sitting upright in the corner. Its blue eyes, wide and glassy, seemed to follow her. The doll wore a faded, frilly dress, its once white lace now yellowed with age. Her golden curls were tangled, and one of her tiny hands was chipped. Aisha shivered. There was something unsettling about the doll, but at the same time she felt drawn to it. Carefully, she picked it up and brushed the dust from its face. A whisper of cold air brushed against her cheek, and she thought she heard something faint like a breath. That night, she placed the doll on a chair in her room before going to bed. The wind howled outside, rattling the windows. Aisha turned over in her bed, pulling the blanket tighter. Just as she began to drift into sleep, a soft thud made her eyes snap open. Her heart pounded. Slowly, she turned her head toward the chair. The doll was no longer sitting. It was on the floor, face down. Aisha swallowed hard and forced a nervous laugh. Maybe it fell, she thought, trying to shake the uneasy feeling creeping up her spine. She picked it up and placed it back on the chair, tucking it neatly against the cushion. The next morning, Aisha woke up gradually and stretched. But when she turned her head toward the chair, her breath caught in her throat. The doll wasn't there. It was sitting on the edge of her bed, facing her. Her hands trembled as she reached for it. The glassy blue eyes stared straight ahead, emotionless. Aisha's chest tightened. Did I move it in my sleep? She wondered. That night, she locked the doll in her closet. She even pushed a chair in front of the door, just in case. But at exactly midnight, a faint click echoed through her room. Her closet door slowly creaked open. Aisha bolted upright, her pulse hammering in her ears. The room was silent except for her own breathing, then tap. Tap, tap. Tiny footsteps against the wooden floor. She turned her head just in time to see the doll standing at the foot of her bed. Its head tilted, its lips curled into a tiny, knowing smile. Aisha screamed. The next morning, her mother found the doll neatly placed back in the attic, sitting in its original spot. Aisha was gone, and the doll's smile was just still a little wider,